Many people prepare for wedding, neglecting marriage preparation, which is the most important. This is the reason many couples are shocked with their reality after honeymoon. As a therapist, I've seen a whole lot of marriages struggles, not because they don't love each other, but because they skip marriage preparation. In this video, I'll be sharing 7 essential steps to prepare for a long-term and a blissful home, blending therapy insight with biblical wisdom. However, I would like to let you know that in your preparation, prayer is very important because obviously marriage is not a social contract but a spiritual covenant. So the place of prayer can never be overemphasized. Hi guys, welcome to Background Therapy Hub. My name is Background. I'm a therapist and a social worker. On this channel, we talk about marriage, relationship, faith, motherhood, and mental health, or anything that could tamper with your mental health. So, if you want a lasting relationship or a wedding that is so healthy, joyful, and God-centered, you are in the right place. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like, share, and put on your notification bell so that when next we have videos, you'll be the first to be notified. So let's dive into this video. First step is for you to understand yourself. It's important you understand yourself before joining yourself to another person. You need to identify your weakness, your strengths, what you need to work on, and work on it. If you have a trauma, maybe let me take for instance, you come from a broken home, or you have that mentality that no marriage works, or you have that mentality that you are not going to be submissive to your husband just as God has commanded it. Know your limits, know what you can do and what you cannot do. This will help you a lot because you don't expect other persons to know you more than yourself. You are not supposed to lie to yourself. Let me say, for instance, there was a content creator that I listened to. She spoke about the fact that she told her husband that he's a lazy type because she knew herself before the marriage and she was able to talk about it with her partner. So it was not a shock reality after the honeymoon because the husband already are aware of it. And to God be the glory, they are still in the marriage managing themselves. Know what you can do, what you cannot do. Know your triggers. All of these things are very, very important. You don't need to lie to yourself. Let me take, for instance, before I got married, I was scared. And the reason was because I grew up seeing my mom praying every time, even in the middle of the night. So when I was about getting married, I looked at myself and I was like, I can't pray like my mom. Am I really sure I'm ready for marriage? So that was because I knew myself, and what helped me is because my husband too is a prayer warrior. So it's important that you must know who you are because many people enter into marriage with unsure identity. They are confused. They don't even know themselves. They expect people to study them. Why they cannot study themselves? Spend time in knowing who you are. If you need to see a therapist, please do. If you need to heal, please do. Reflect on your long-term goals. Reflect on who you want to become, your ambition in life, how you can actually achieve it with everything. It's important to understand yourself because self-awareness is the foundation for every healthy relationship. And healing yourself first will reduce or even eradicate unnecessary conflict in marriage. Have the hard conversation. Everything that need to talk about, make sure you talk about it before going into that marriage. The numbers of children you want to have, the kind of wife or the kind of husband you want to be, how you visionize your marriage, how you want to build your home, the kind of home you want to build, how you are going to manage your finances, your gender roles, how you are going to manage your home. Talk about everything. You are not to be afraid of yourself. Do not be afraid. It is your life that you are putting in the hands of another person. So you need to be sure of what you want to go into before going into it. Ask any question you want to ask because when you ask this question, there are some hidden truths that will be coming out. It will help you make right decision. Avoiding such discussion would only create bigger problems later. So it's important you have those conversations before you go into that marriage. You need to watch this video before going into marriage, before saying I do. I made a video about it. Make sure you watch it. Discuss finances with your husband to be. Discuss parenting styles, financial management, kind of home you want to be. Maybe it's the type that you want extended family to live with you. Discuss about it. Discuss your career expectations. These things are very, very important so that you will not be shocked after marriage. Build communication skills. Communication is the strength for marriage. For every blissful home, communication skill is very, very important. You need to build it before you go into marriage. You must know how to understand people. decode what people says, whether through non-verbal communication or verbal communication. You should understand people, learn how to talk, learn how to express yourself in a way that the other person will truly understand what you're saying, because communication is the lifeline of marriage. So it's important to learn this skill, because without it, love suffocates. Many couples know how to argue, but only few couples know how to actually communicate. You don't need to shout, you don't need to call every of your neighbors to come for your rescue before you make a point. Discuss about it before you sleep. Discuss about every mistake. Just say everything. Say it in a way that it will not hurt the other person. Try and understand the other person. Try and put the other person in your shoe. This is what strengthens home. Talk about everything, even things that does not make sense. Talk about it. You just need to practically listen to people when they speak. Listen and try to understand people when they speak. You can repeat what they say in order for you to let the other person know that you truly understand what the other person is saying, but that you are decoding it very well. Learn to resolve conflict quickly rather than leaving them till the following day or whatever. Both of you cannot be angry at the same time. Speak your mind to the other person. Let the other person understand. This is why you are hurting. Do not hold on to pains. Do not keep quiet when you need to speak. Talk about it. Don't die in silence. Talk about everything. If you don't talk about it, the other person may not even know what is going on with you. So talk about everything for you to have a long term and a blissful family. Another thing is seek counseling. Premarital counseling is one of the most important things that you can spend on. Yeah. However, it is not a must that you must seek a professional counselor. You can speak to a person that you know that is married and is doing very well in a marriage. Before the wedding day, you would have gone through marriage counseling. This helps a lot. There are a lot of things that they might have talked to you about. Don't make sure you don't miss all of this section, because they are very, very important, and you should pay so much attention to it. Because I can remember before I got married, then we had these sections with our reverend and our marriage counselors. It really makes a whole lot of sense. A lot of things were enlightened us about that. I see it happening after marriage in our home, and because of the knowledge that I had then, I was able to tackle it together with my husband. We were able to tackle it. Marriage counseling is very, very important. Do not skip it. Don't be over busy before your wedding that you tell your pastor that you don't have time for counseling. It's very, very important. Receive counsel from your mom, from a married person that you put in high esteem, that you believe in, that can speak to you so much about marriage, because it's important you prepare emotionally. Through counseling, you know what you are going to see in that marriage to enable you prepare so much before even going into it. So when you eventually see it, or when you eventually face with it, you will not be surprised, and you would have been equipped with what to do, and such thing will not break you if you have really prepared for it. If you can seek a professional counselor or a therapist, it will be so fine, especially if you have a trauma that you need to deal with before going into marriage. That is very, very important. You do combining therapist or professional counseling with church counseling will make a whole lot of sense. Tell me how you will feel in marriage after that. Spiritual alignment. Any couples that find it difficult to pray together, we struggles to stay together. Marry somebody that is having the same faith with you. Prepare prayerfully. And when you marry somebody that you're having the same faith with, have the same belief about God, it will be so easy for you to pray. You understand the fact that marriage is not a social contract or a spiritual covenant. It will enable you understand the fact that you need to pray earnestly before going into marriage. You pray before going into marriage. You pray about your wedding. You pray about your marriage. You pray about your even your unborn children, about yourself. You everything you pray about it, and you see everything falling in places for you, because both of you understand the role of God in your home. The Bible says God is love. For you to have a lasting love, like a genuine love, the real love in your home, it's a must you have God. And since you have God from the beginning, you are not ready to let go of love, which is God, till the end of your life, then you will definitely have a peaceful home. So what you need to do is just that you need to pray together often, read the word of God together, so that you know understand the mind of God for marriage. You will be able to share decisions based on your faith. There will be unity instead, and you enjoy your home. Practical preparation. Love is beautiful, but love alone doesn't pay bills. You need to be financially capable before going into marriage. You need to have a work, a good work, like a work that you can boast of that, okay, this can take care of me and my family if you're a man. As a woman, there's nothing stopping you from having your work before going into marriage. It's important to practically talk about budgets, your savings, where you will live. Are you going to rent apartment? Are you going to build your home before getting married? Are you going to live with extended family? You need to talk about all of these things. You need to talk about boundaries with extended family. What you need to do is just to create a financial plan and talk about roles at home. Because clear plans reduces stress. If you are going to be the only one doing everything, talk about it. If you are going to see your marriage as no one is the boss, or I am going to be the boss, talk about everything. Last but not the least is that you should develop a shared vision. Aside your whole vision of being whatever you want to be, have a shared vision together with your partner, what you would want to achieve as a family, where you would want to be in the next 5 years, where you would want to be in the next 10 years. These things are very, very important. Neglect the fact that it may not work out. You are not supposed to think like that. With God, nothing is impossible. When you have a shared vision, it will help you to manage your finances. It will help you to focus on what you need to focus on. Because beyond romance, marriage is about partnership and purpose. Not just you want to give birth to children. You have to have a home, a purposeful home, which is why you need to ask your partner before going into marriage the kind of life you want to build together, how you will raise your children, what kind of legacy you are going to leave for your children. What you need to do is just to write down your shared vision and revisit them more often, so that when you are not doing what you need to do, you'll be able to adjust yourself, evaluate yourself, and take necessary adjustment in order to remain focused. Marriage is more than a wedding day. With preparation, your marriage can strive and stand the test time. I want to hear from you. Which of these preparation steps do you think is the most important? Comment it below. I would love to read your thoughts. If this video has blessed you, give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody that you know that is preparing for marriage, and subscribe for more faith-based content here on Background Therapy Hub. Don't miss my next video. But before then, make sure you take care of yourself. I will see you again in my next video. Bye.